I either heard or seen from somewhere that the magic power of Earth is the strongest during a lunar eclipse. So I just so had a camera on me while there was a lunar eclipse. I was around in my early 20s, and I took 3 photos of the moon just to see if I could see anything weird in the photos. And I didn't think I would actually see something in the photos, and I did not Photoshop this. I took 3 photos of the moon during a lunar eclipse. And the first photo looked normal, and the second photo, you can tell the moon split into 2 moons. And the third photo, the moon split into 3 moons. And you could see like 2 giant demonic looking faces in the moon. Like underneath the 3 moons you can see part of something that has red eyes and green skin. And the red eyes look like they multiply into like, it looks like there's another eye above the other eyes. I'm like, what the? And you can clearly see green scaly skin around the solid red eyes. And then within the 3 moons, you can see another face. The top moon looks like horns. The middle moon looks, I think the middle moon looks like there's 2 eyes in it. And then the top part of the nose. Well, you'll see the nose, it's like a swirl. You'll see it in the middle of the 3 moons. And in between the middle and the bottom moon, it looks like teeth on the side, like sharp teeth. And the middle and the bottom moon looks like a giant mouth smiling facing upward, like a demonic smile with sharp teeth. And I'm about to show you these photos. I made a video of this before of these photos, but that was years ago. So I figure I should make another video showing the pictures of the moon that I took. Now some people think that there's some type of machine inside the moon, and that when you die, the reptilian archons try to erase your memory inside the moon. And then I heard that planet Saturn is projecting, that there's some type of machine inside of planet Saturn, and the reptilians are projecting demonic energy over to the moon, and then the moon is projecting that demonic energy to the planet. The reptilian things, they're like a vampire. They're like a parasitic, vampire. And we're supposed to be teaching each other about this, about the reptilians, so we can get back to Agartha. But let me go ahead and show you these 3 photos. Hold on. This first photo I took of the moon looks pretty much normal. I don't really hardly see anything that's strange about it, but watch this. Here you can see the moon split into 2 moons, or it's starting to split into 2 moons down the middle. You can see it. You have 20 seconds to pause this video so you can look at this photo carefully. Underneath the 3 moons you can see part of a draconian reptilian's face with the multiple red eyes and the green skin, and you can see the other face within the 3 moons. If you carefully look at this photo really well, you can see it. It's a possibility that the reptilian archons dress up like they're angels, where when you die you get pulled in the moon, through the light from the moon. And the reptilian archons dress up as angels, and they pretend to review your life, and they ask you if you want to review your life. And then as soon as you say yes, you signed a soul contract unknowingly, supposedly. And when that happens, they don't review your life. They make you reincarnate again, and they erase all your memories. Kind of like Men in Black, how they erase your memory. We've probably had a whole bunch of past lives, but the reptilians don't want you to know who you really are. Because I think if you went back to the beginning of time, you would see that you are God. If you could go back to all your memories of all your past lives, see, that's what they don't want you to know. The reptilian things, they're trying to keep everything a secret from everybody, but the secret is coming out. Because we can't keep living like this planet. So hopefully we can get back to Agartha soon. That would be nice. But if you die and you get pulled into... If you think it's like a moonlight... Supposedly, if you die and you get pulled in this light, this moonlight, you might see a reptilian archon coming at you to try to scare you, to make you go in the light. So they could... They're like harvesting our souls. They're harvesting the energy from our souls. But they're depleting... They're like a parasitic vampire. And they got out of control, and somehow we're all supposed to try to stop them with anything that's positive, because the reptilians, they can't feed off of positive emotions. They can only really feed off of negative emotions. That's why there's so many negative emotions on this planet, of negative things going on. Mainly because of those reptilian things. And I seen a video years ago. Was it called by Guar? Maybe? I forgot the name of the channel, but it was saying if you flip the moon upside down, the moon possibly might be a map of what the planet Earth used to look like before one of those great floods happened. And when you flip the moon upside down, supposedly you'll see the land masses of Lemuria and Atlantis before they had sunk in one of those great floods. It's a possibility. And then some people say that the moon is being projected in the sky, and it's a hologram, and it's being projected up there with radiation, and that the moon is made out of plasma. Either way, they're definitely trying to keep the reptilians are trying to keep the true history of the moon a secret from everybody. If they're projecting it in the air, like a hologram, I wonder if they're projecting it from some secret base somewhere on this planet, or if they're projecting it up there from another planet. Maybe planet Saturn? Possibly? Maybe? But yeah, those photos was not Photoshop. You're probably like, that's Photoshop. No, it ain't. You could definitely see like a reptilian face. You could see two reptilian faces in it. You could see it as clear as day. I'm probably one of the only people on the entire planet or the whole universe that has a photo like that of the moon. That's like evidence right there. Like it's got green skin and red eyes. You can't tell me that ain't demonic. That is definitely demonic. It's like a soul trap, the moon. We gotta try to find a way to stop the reptilians. Well, supposedly the Russians have some type of technology to kill the reptilians, but supposedly the reptilians keep coming out the portals in Ukraine and eating people. I told you, they're possessed by demons. Not all the reptilians are bad, but a lot of them, the ones that are doing really mean, messed up stuff to us, humans and the planet, that's possessed by demons. That is not of our God. I don't want to call whatever is like the ruler, is that what you'd want to call it? I don't know what you call it. Something that tries to be like the equivalent of our God, the good God, the Great Spirit. But their God it ain't God. It is something demonic. Whatever's controlling the reptilians, because there's something more powerful than the reptilians. Well, actually, yes. The reptilians is a cross between draconians and humans. And draconians are like, they look like a dragon. They have tails, they have horns on their head, they have scales on their skin, and they have sharp claws and sharp teeth. They look like an actual dragon with the wings. That's like a draconian. And there's something stronger, I think, out there than the draconians that's controlling this planet and the universe. It's trying to take everything over, but it's being possessed by demons. I don't think we want to live our lives with stuff possessed by demons torturing us. I don't think we like that. That's why, if you understand about this stuff, you're supposed to do your part, and you're supposed to teach other people about this information. That way you can wake other people up, because the reptilians has most of us asleep. If you ask the normal person, just any random person, about Agartha or reptilians, most likely a lot of times they're going to say they've never heard of it, either one of them. And that's because the reptilians have done a really good job of keeping it a secret about themselves and Agartha. The reptilians keep Agartha a secret. It's one of the biggest secrets of all time. And it shouldn't be a secret. This is something that everybody should know about Agartha. The reptilians is the reason why most people don't know about Agartha. And you're probably wondering, well, if Agartha is real, why don't they talk about it in school or on the news? It's because the reptilians is controlling what is being taught on the news and in school. They're not going to snitch themselves out. That's another video I could talk about, all the things the reptilians control. That'll be my next video. Because the more people that know about Agartha and the reptilians, the faster we can get back to Agartha. But you have to be a good person. You can't just be a jerk. You have to be a nice person and be of the good God to get to Agartha. The Agarthan people want us to live with them, but we have to be good in order for them to want us to live with them. Right now we're too bad to get to Agartha as a whole. And that is because the reptilians are torturing humanity, and they've been torturing humanity for many thousands of years. If the dinosaurs, it could actually be millions of years, because if you think about it, a lot of the dinosaurs look like a reptile. And the reptilians is a type of a reptile, and the draconians. I heard that supposedly the draconians are master geneticists. So to me, what it looks like the dinosaurs and us are experiments. And the dinosaurs look so much has reptilian features is because the reptilians put their DNA into these dinosaurs and created all different types of dinosaurs. Most likely, I think the reptilians did not want the dinosaurs no more, because the dinosaurs were probably like half retarded and too evil and just creepy looking. And I think the reptilians, they wanted themselves to look more angelic and smarter. Supposedly us humans were already here when the Draconian reptilians came to this planet. And then they put their DNA in with our DNA, and now everything on the planet, all the animals and humans, now all of us, has a little bit of reptilian DNA in us. Even the birds, like all the different types of animals, most of the different types of animals has like a reptilian part of their brain to them. Without the reptilian part of your brain, you wouldn't even be able to live. The reptilian part of the brain, that's your basic instincts and your flight or fight response. But the reptilians, they don't want you to know that you have a little bit of reptilian in you. So it's like we got these two different forces. We have the good God within us, but because they put their DNA in our DNA, now we have a little bit of whatever that thing is that's controlling the reptilians, that's has the reptilian type DNA within them. Now we have some of their ruler or whatever it is in us too. But what else should I say? The moon is demonic. I'm gonna get me a telescope one day and zoom in on the moon. If I zoom in on it with the telescope and it wobbles and wibbles and like acts like a hologram, it probably is a hologram. Most likely. Maybe it's like a permanent hologram. But I'm going to try to flip the moon image upside down and see if it looks like a map. I did it before, but I'll have to try to do it again. Just to see if it actually looks like continents. Kinda does. Like, Lemuria is supposed to be under where India was at. And Atlantis was supposed to be like somewhere in the middle of the ocean. But it could be a map too. It could be both. It could be like, it could be a machine that's of another dimension. And it could be a map. Who knows? It could be other stuff too, maybe. But you'll see me soon in another video. I guess I'll go ahead and get off here. I'm trying to think before I get off, because I don't want to get off here and be like, ooh, I should have said something else. Hold on, hold on. Let me make sure that there's nothing else I wanted to say about the moon. And tell me what you think about what you've heard about the moon. But supposedly there's a good light too. Like, supposedly you might be able to reincarnate in Shambhala, which is at the very center of this planet. Or you could go to the angel realm, which it actually might be above the firmament. It could be, possibly. But I guess that's all for now. Peace.